Have you ever met a woman who seems to own the very silence around her? She's not the loudest in the room, she isn't wearing the most expensive outfit. Yet when she enters, the center of gravity quietly shifts. People lean in when she speaks, not because she's demanding attention, but because her presence seems to invite it. Men are drawn to her, not with a fleeting glance, but with a deep, respectful curiosity. Women admire her, seeking her counsel. She possesses a kind of quiet sovereignty, an aura that is impossible to fake and even harder to forget. You've seen her. She might be the colleague who handles chaos with an unshakable calm, the older woman in a cafe reading a book as if it were the only thing in the world, or the friend whose validation you seek because her opinion feels grounded in something real. We've all wondered, what is her secret? Why is it that as time passes, while others fade into the background, her light only seems to become more focused, more potent? The psychologist Carl Jung wrote that what fascinates us in another is often a whisper from our own soul, a part of ourselves we haven't yet met. This magnetic quality isn't a trick. It's not a 10-step plan. It is a profound internal alignment that radiates outward. It's the resonance of a woman who has stopped performing and started being. Today, we're not just talking about surface-level tips. We are exploring the psychological pillars that create this enduring, unforgettable presence. We're going deep into the why. I can't give you the entire map right now, you have to walk the path with me. But if you stay, I promise you'll start to see these patterns not just in others, but as a possibility within yourself. If this exploration calls to you, I invite you to like this video and subscribe for more journeys into the heart of psychology and the self. Now let's begin with the very first thing people sense, long before they register a single feature of your face. One, presence is felt before appearance is registered. We are taught to perfect our appearance, to choose the right words, to present a flawless resume of ourselves. But the human nervous system is far more primal. It reads energy before it reads details. Your presence is the very first message you send, and it's the most honest one. You can walk in wearing designer clothes, but if you are vibrating with insecurity, if your shoulders are hunched and your eyes are darting for approval, that anxiety is what fills the room. You have broadcasted your discomfort before you've even said hello. Conversely, a woman can be in the simplest jeans and t-shirt, yet if she is at home in her own skin, if she walks with a balanced posture and meets the world with a steady gaze, she radiates calm authority. She has nothing to prove and nothing to hide. That self-possession is mesmerizing. Think of a time you met someone who didn't fit the conventional mold of beauty, but you found yourself utterly captivated. It wasn't their makeup, it was their congruence. Their outer self was in complete harmony with their inner self. Jung would call this an alignment of the persona, the mask we show the world, and the self, our true individuated core. When these two are aligned, we don't leak energy seeking validation. We are whole. This kind of presence is a signal to everyone around you that you are safe, you are grounded, and you are not a threat. People are unconsciously drawn to that feeling of stability. So let me ask you, when you enter a room, what is the first message your presence sends, even before you say hello? Is it a question, do you like me? Or is it a statement, I am here? This is the foundation. It's the stillness from which all other forms of magnetism arise. And once you have this foundation, you no longer feel the desperate urge to grasp, to hold on, or to prove your worth. This leads us to the second, most powerful shift in the dynamic of attraction. 2. Attraction breathes in the space you don't fill. In our hyperconnected world, we are taught that to be wanted, we must be available. We answer texts in seconds. We fill every awkward silence. We anxiously monitor our phones, waiting for a reply that will validate our existence. The unforgettable woman understands a fundamental law of human desire. Curiosity dies in certainty. When you are always there, always eager, always available, you unconsciously signal that your time, your energy, and your presence are not valuable. You become predictable. And the human heart, especially the male heart, is not wired to pursue what is already caught. This isn't about playing games. It's about having energetic integrity. Imagine a woman who is anxiously waiting for a text. Her entire day is on pause, her mood hanging by the thread of his reply. Now imagine another woman who is lost in her work, painting, laughing with friends, or simply reading a book. Her phone is in another room. When she finally sees his message, she smiles and replies when she is ready. Her reply is a gift, not an obligation. She hasn't been waiting to live her life, she is her life. Which woman holds more gravity? Which one sparks more curiosity? The one who clings is asking, what can you give me? The one who is whole is stating, this is who I am. This is the dance of individuation. By not clinging, you create a space. And into that space, the other person must lean forward to meet you. You give them the gift of wanting to bridge the gap. This quiet independence, this sense of having a full and rich inner world that doesn't need another person to complete it, is the most magnetic force on earth. It radiates a calm that says, I am happy to be with you, but I am also perfectly happy to be with myself. That self-sufficiency is the ultimate allure. 3. The signature of the self. Many people confuse trends with style. Trends are what you are told to wear by the world. Style is the physical signature of your inner world. The unforgettable woman doesn't chase fads because she knows who she is. Her style is an expression, not a costume. It's a language she uses to communicate her essence without speaking. It's in the consistency. Maybe she always wears a specific scent, a hint of sandalwood or citrus that lingers in a room and triggers a memory of her long after she's gone. Maybe it's the texture she favors, the feel of soft cashmere or crisp linen that speaks to her values of comfort or structure. Think of the woman who wears a bold red lip, not for others, but as a declaration of her own boldness. Or the one who wears simple, elegant black not to hide, but to signal her depth and mystery. Her choices are deliberate, they are a form of self-respect. She dresses for herself first. Because she feels powerful or soft or intellectual, her clothing becomes a harmonious extension of that truth. This congruence is incredibly attractive. It shows the world that her inner life and outer life are one. There is no disconnect, she isn't trying to be someone else. Jung would say she has integrated her persona. Her outward mask is no longer a mask at all, but a true reflection of her soul. This is why her style never looks dated, because authenticity doesn't have an expiration date, it is timeless. 4. The unspoken dialogue. How many conversations have you had that felt like a performance, where each person is just waiting for their turn to speak, to impress, to tell their story, to prove their worth? The magnetic woman engages in a different kind of dialogue. She understands that the most profound connection happens in the pauses. She is not afraid of silence. She doesn't rush to fill it with nervous chatter. She lets a moment land. That stillness creates a tension, a space for genuine thought and intimacy to emerge. More importantly, she has mastered the art of listening. Not passive, waiting to talk listening, but active, present listening. When she is with you, she is fully with you. Her gaze doesn't wander, she isn't checking her phone, she makes you feel like you are the only person in the universe. To be truly seen and heard is the rarest gift in the modern world. It's an act of profound intimacy. By listening with her whole being, she creates a sanctuary. People unconsciously open up to her, sharing things they didn't even know they felt. She doesn't need to be witty or loud, her presence is the captivating part of the conversation. She also understands the dance of mystery. She doesn't lay her entire life story on the table in the first 10 minutes. She reveals herself in layers, leaving you with questions, with a desire to know more. She understands that fascination is born from the unknown. Think about this, have you ever felt truly listened to? How did it change your perception of the person listening? That is a power you also hold. 5. The gravity of a complete life. This is the core that holds all the other habits together. The greatest aphrodisiac in the world is not beauty, not youth, not money. It is wholeness. An unforgettable woman does not look to a relationship to be her everything. She has not left a partner-shaped hole in her life that she is desperately trying to fill. Her life is already full. She has passions that ignite her, work that fulfills her, friendships that sustain her, and a relationship with herself that is stable and loving. She is a complete orbit, a universe unto herself. When a man encounters a woman like this, he feels it immediately. He recognizes that she is not needy. She is not with him out of desperation or fear of being alone. She is with him by choice. And there is nothing more intoxicating than being chosen by someone who doesn't need you. This is the essence of Jung's concept of individuation. It's the journey of becoming whole, of integrating all the parts of yourself. A woman who has done this work, or is actively doing it, radiates a power that is deeply attractive. She doesn't need a partner to be her sun, she is her own sun. A relationship is not her source of light but a fellow star to travel with. This independence means she has standards. She will not betray her own soul for scraps of attention. She would rather be alone and whole than with someone and fragmented. This self-respect is the final, most powerful magnet. It tells the world, I am complete, and the world in response can't help but be drawn to that light. A conclusion. As we look back, we see a clear picture emerge. The woman who lingers in our minds is not the one who tried the hardest. She is the one who is most herself. Her magnetism is built on a foundation